Hello ASL members. Today we are going to see the training session on wire bonding system. This system we recently purchased, and the purpose of using this one is to wire bond specific circuits. If you make a circuit on chip and if you need to mount it on PCB, we have to electrically connect them. So we use some silver wires to connect between the chip and the PCBs. So now we're gonna see a step-by-step process how this system works and how we can use them for a better experimental purpose. Okay, so this is the system. This is the switch actually, this place. So now it's on. So we're gonna use this system to wire bond the process, and this is the chip that we're gonna use now. For example, we have many yellow color shapes which corresponds to electrodes, like for example 1, 2, 3, 4. We have many electrodes like this. So now our objective is to wire bond them with the help of the system. So first step is to have any sample and we have to mount it on top of a sticky substance. This is a table that's given by the industry to us, so we can use this as a mounting place, and we have to mount our sample here. So after mounting them, next step is to place under this pin. So this is the pin wherein you can see the wire. The wire is already inserted through the pin. This is the most difficult part here. The crucial part of this process is we have to insert the wire through a small hole that is present at the bottom of this pin. So this can be done with the help of like 2 tweezers. So the purpose of having 2 tweezers is, so this one is a flat tweezer, so which can be used to take the wire from a place, and we have to insert through the hole. After inserting, we have to cut the extra wire part, so that we have to use a sharp pointed tweezer. So always we have to use both the tweezers sequentially, so that we can able to insert the wire properly through the pin and we can use them for wire bonding. So the step 2 is to insert the wire through the hole, and this one I will show how to do that in-person training. So now this is the step 2. So step 3 is to check the parameters. So here we can see the first bonding and second bonding, which exactly means that the first bonding is the first starting point where the wire goes and touches the sample and it fixes. So second bonding is something like after fixing the first bond, we have to extend the wire and then we have to complete the bonding. So it's like first place and second place. So these parameters are already optimized. So please don't change any of the values, because these values are very crucial to wire bond, and these values are not always the same. So because this one is actually for fixing the wire and this one is after fixing we have to cut the wire. So that's why there is a lot of difference in the parameters here. So now we can see how we're gonna use all the 3 steps in a flow. So now we have the sample, and then these are the samples, for example, and we have some electrodes to mount it, and through this microscope we can see the sample, and with the help of the light you can focus it. So here you can see the sample here, and you can adjust the focus using this option, and then we can move the sample like this with the help of the cursor here. So this is like a mouse in a computer, so we can easily move the stage easily. So it's like this, we can move the stage in all the 2 axes, and this one is for the Z axis. So now this one is to activate the bonding process. So it's like first we have to look the sample, and once you found the sample area, adjust the light accordingly so that you can see the sample, move the place, and then you click the first reset option. So now it comes from the first, and then click the white button that you can see in the mouse. So it goes very close now. So now you can adjust the pivot using this option, Z axis option, and also you can adjust the focus. This is to see the sample now. Now we can see the sample with the pin having the wire, and with the help of this knob you can move the pin up and down manually. So once you make sure that your pin is very close to the sample, release the button. So first bond is completed, and then we have to slowly move the mouse to the place where you need to complete the bonding. This is very crucial process because it should be done very slowly because the wire is like so fragile. So once you reach the second position, click again the white button. So that means your pin is now active for second bonding. Once you click it, adjust again the Z axis. Once you fix the position, then you again release it. After releasing, now you can see the bonding is completed. So every time while doing this process, you can see under the microscope that every time once we complete the wire bonding, the wire is like over, it's almost cut, and very small amount of wire is left in the pivot. So for every bonding we have to like insert the wire, and then so that the next process can be done quite easily. So I will give a brief overview how we can adjust the wire, but the more you need to have more manual experience to have a better understanding how we can do that. So for doing that, first we have to do the reset option. So it comes back to the 0 position, and then we have to first click this button. So this one is there is a lock here. This lock is to hold the wire. If you press it, it will unlock the wire so that you can move the wire easily. So we have to always use this flats tweezer so that you can move the wire carefully inside. Now you can see once you move them, you can see this wire is actually coming via the hole in the pivot. So now you can see like the amount of wire that is hanging outside the pivot is higher. So that means now this amount is enough to start the new bonding session. So this is how we repeat for every bonding, and then to make sure that we can do a good experiment here. So the crucial part is inserting the wire and then handling this part, because for example if we completely remove the wire accidentally, if we remove this wire, so what happens, we have to start the fixing from here, because this is the wire source, and this wire source is coming via this small glass tube, and it goes down, goes through this hand, and then it goes through this wire and comes to this position. This part is very fragile, because if we break this one, then we have to it's like we need to fix the whole system, because this is the part which handles the wire precisely to allow them to get through the pivot, so that you can use that wire for wire bonding. So this is the most crucial part to handle, and the rest of the parameters, everything is optimized. So once you complete, then you can do the experiments further. Let me turn off the system. Like after every usage, after completing the experiment, we have to turn off the system. I hope this session was useful for you, and then like if you're interested, I'm always open to explain in person about this how to handle the wire bonding system. Thank you guys.